Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Uh, the world is in shambles due to COVID, due to Ukraine, and so many things. But I hope you are plodding on with your CAT preparation and that you're working at it very religiously, very seriously. Because remember, this may just be that one attempt that can catapult you into the leagues of successful people. So guys, with that, let's get started on our journey today for CAT AEON RC for your reading pleasure today. My name is Abhilasha and of course I'm your favorite VRC educator on Unacademy. So चलो देख लेते हैं लाइव आ गया है या नहीं आ गया है और सेशन को स्टार्ट भी कर देते हैं. Guys, remember to use AbhiCat Live to subscribe to Unacademy and get your 10% off. ये रहे हमारे नए courses. We've got these two lovely batches going on. The Vision batch for CAT 22 with my very dear friend Shavana ma'am, and the Road to Success for CAT 22 with myself, Ravi Handa sir, Ravi Prakash sir and Pradeepta Roy sir. बहुत ही प्यारे प्यारे batches start हुए 9th को, जिसको भी हम लोग you can still join. There's lots of time. Okay, anyone who's planning to take up a plus subscription, you've got exciting news. If you're in an engineering college and you've got placements coming up, you will get a plus subscription. You get a 10% off on using AbhiCat Live. तो ये भी है, and on top of it guys, you are getting a complimentary campus placement product also, so you get to prepare for campus placement for free. So there's a lot of discount going on guys. That's amazing offers for you, so do subscribe right away, and this is like a very limited period offer. Okay, last chance to get into the top B schools. If you're planning to get into Bajaj, Sydenham or Pumba or any such college, then here's MASET, your course target batch for MASET, MBA, CET. Subscribe to this guys. Alright, plus subscription. Yes, so yesterday somebody was asking me, is there any offer that is going on that will get you more than 10% off? So here you are. This is an amazing offer that's going on, the plus subscription for MBA aspirants. If you buy a 12-month subscription, you're actually getting 45% off. If you're buying a 24-month subscription, you're getting 60% off. So imagine that's a huge amount of off that you're automatically getting. Also use AbhiCat Live and I'm sure you will get some more off also. So बड़े अच्छे अच्छे ऑफर्स चल रहे हैं अनअकैडमी से, आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. आइकॉनिक पे भी बहुत अमेजिंग ऑफ्स चल रहे हैं. 23% ऑफ है ऑन अ 12-month कोर्स एंड 42% ऑफ है ऑन अ 24-month कोर्स. आइकॉनिक में मजे की बात ये भी है दैट यू गेट ऑल द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ प्लस. You get one-to-one live mentorship by top B school graduates. You get one-to-one live doubt solving by experts, and you get one-to-one live concept discussion also. And for all of this, you can book slots at your convenience and choose your choice of language also. So amazing things happening on Unacademy subscriptions. Also, our Ask a Doubt feature is now available on the website, guys. और बहुत अच्छा हो गया है क्योंकि अभी तुम एक साथ 3 डाउट्स पूछ सकते हो. That's number 1. Also, that you can get solutions in your preferred language. तो आप चूज कर सकते हो, मेरे को हिंदी में सोल्यूशन चाहिए, I want the solution in English, या मेरे को इंग्लिश भी चलेगा ना इंग्लिश में भी, या whatever. And also guys, if once you get your doubts solved and you feel that the solution is not right or you feel there's something wrong, you can request a review for your solution also. So amazing things going on, boys and girls. Here we are. Let's take a look at our words for the day. AEON Essays is a very lovely source of good reading articles. CAT में भी आते हैं वहीं से articles. So if you are reading AEON Essays, if you're reading, taking some time out daily to read something good, that will be helpful for you in the long run for your CAT preparation also. But I'll just say this thing, and this is a shout out to one of my students, Minu, that don't be in a hurry. Don't panic. Reading is something that if you haven't done for a long period of time, it will need you to build muscle. It's like weightlifting. अगर आज ही पहले ही दिन तुम 100 किलो के वेट्स उठाओगे तो नहीं कर पाओगे, लेकिन अगर आज पहले दिन तुम 1 किलो का वेट उठाओगे और धीमे धीमे उसको बढ़ाओगे तो कर लोगे. बट इट विल रिक्वायर परसिस्टेंस कि हर रोज करना है. तो अगर if you have started just now, हर रोज करना है, जरूरी है. तो हर रोज रीडिंग करना है. चॉइस ऑफ मटेरियल तुम अपने पसंद से देख लो. तुम्हें आसान पढ़ना है आसान पढ़ो, मुश्किल पढ़ना है मुश्किल पढ़ो, but पढ़ो रोज. That's very important, guys. So if you want to read something, please make that effort. 1 hour of your life spend on reading. If you have never read it, I know it's going to be tough, but that's something that will last you for a lifetime. That's one. Two, it will make sure you crack CAT. All right, here are some of our lovely words from today's article. Theocentric. Theo जो root है उसका मतलब होता है God. इसलिए theocentric मतलब God at the center. Okay. Similarly, anthropocentric. Anthropos जो root होती है उसका मतलब होता है human. ठीक है. Anthropos का मतलब होता है human, and that is why anthropocentric मतलब human centric. ठीक है. Parable is a short fictitious story that illustrates a moral attitude. तो parables short stories होती हैं जिसमें एक moral behavior, morally right behavior को दिखाते हैं. वेगन इज अ स्ट्रिक्ट वेजिटेरियन जो नॉन एनिमल मतलब एनिमल प्रोडक्ट यूज ही नहीं करता है, दूध भी नहीं यूज करता है, दूध पनीर एक्सेट्रा भी नहीं यूज करता है क्योंकि वो भी एनिमल प्रोडक्ट्स हैं. सो वेगन इज अ स्ट्रिक्ट वेजिटेरियन. ट्रीटाइज ऑफ कोर्स इज अ स्टोरी. ज़ोरास्ट्रियन इज अ पारसी. नाउ इंडिया में जिन्हें पारसी कहते हैं, ईरान में उन्हें ज़ोरास्ट्रियन कहते हैं, राइट. सो पारसीज. ट्रैक्ट ऑफ कोर्स इज अ टेल, अ स्टोरी. So here are our words for the day: theocentric, anthropocentric, parable, vegan, treatise, Zoroastrian, and tract or tale. So that's your words for the day. All right, let's take a look at our article, The Tales of Two Jackals. Very interesting. It was a lovely article today. So do take out the time to read this article. Chalo, let's get started. There is not an animal that lives on the earth, nor a being that flies on its wings, but they form communities like you. So all animals, all birds have communities. So states the Quran in the Cattle, one of the many chapters where God praises and even personifies non-human. So in the Quran, it says that all animals or birds form communities. And it says, so there is this chapter called the Cattle, and God praises and personifies non-humans also. No purer or worthier than people. Animals are also no less precious. So the Quran also says that animals are as pure as humans, as worthy as humans, and are as precious as humans. Hence, why the scholar Sarah Tilly argues that the Quran is theocentric and not anthropocentric. So that is why this scholar argues that Quran is not human-centric, it is theocentric, it is God-centered. Right? It makes God the core of existence and not humans. So this argument is coming from Sarah Tilly, who says that God is the center of the existence and not humans. Since, as Tilly writes in Animals in the Quran 2012, any being that worships and obeys God obtains God's pleasure and is rewarded in the hereafter. So anyone who pleases God and who works for God's work will be regarded, treated to good things in the future. Here is one of Islam's first animal texts, but by far not the only one. So this was one of the few texts of animals in Islam, but there are many more. Pre-Islamic poetry shows desert raiders fast as wolves, okay, or sleek camels with a lover's grace gone by. It were to be wished, says the 18th century linguist Sir William Jones, that he had said more of his mistress and less of his camel. So there is somewhere some article where the man is talking about the camel more, the beauty of the camel more than that of his mistress. So yeah. So there is pre-Islamic poetry which shows that animals were considered important. Thinkers such as Avicenna credit beasts with humanish insight. So Avicenna and other thinkers say that animals did have insight, did have intelligence, like how a sheep senses the danger from a wolf. So the sheep knows that the wolf is dangerous, so there is insight. Islamic legal scholars such as Ibn Abd al-Salam debate human versus animal right. So you have discussions on humans versus animal rights. Legends of Sufi mystics. So Sufi mystics also show them strolling with lions and chattering with birds. So they're walking around with lions and talking to birds also. In the philosophical 12th century parable by Ibn Tufail called Hai Ibn Yaqzan, Latinized as Philosophus Autodidactus, and which perhaps inspired Daniel Defoe's novel Robinson Crusoe. Very interesting ना? So Robinson Crusoe की actually कहाँ से inspiration आई है? From a parable of the 20th century called Hai Ibn Yaqzan, which was then converted into Latin as Philosophus Autodidactus. Wow. And then inspiring Daniel Defoe's very famous novel called Robinson Crusoe in 1719. A boy trapped on an island is saved by a gazelle and becomes a vegan to spare his animal friends. Interesting thoughts. Some of the best traveled works are moral fables. So these are some very interesting stories about animals that have spread around the world. Okay. From an Indian guidebook for rulers. From an Indian guidebook for rulers, mind you. A Niti Shastra. Niti means law, rule, right? So Niti Shastra called the Panchatantra or 5 treatises. So yeah, we have all heard of the Panchatantras, right? और बहुत सारी प्यारी प्यारी stories हैं पंचतंत्र में. Dating to C300 BCE, so very very old. What remains of them likely joined to parts of the Mahabharata goes by the title Kalila and Dimna. So 5 ये जो पंचतंत्र की कहानियां हैं वो एक book है जिसका नाम कलीला and दिमना है, after the names of 2 jackals who serve a brave but thoughtless lion king. So there is a story here. The stories were translated into Arabic from Pahlavi, Middle Persian by Abdullah ibn al-Muqaffa, an 8th century Zoroastrian convert to Islam. So here is the person who converted these Panchatantra stories into Persian and into Arabic, and they were called what was it called? Oops, sorry, the name is not there. They have witty animal characters who stand for ministers advising kings, friends cautioning friends, or wives scolding husbands, all to inspire virtue and judgment in rulers. So this Kalila and Dimna, oh, so that's the name, sorry. So Kalila and Dimna is inspired by Panchatantra and the story comes from there. All animals acting as ministers and good advisors to kings. Right? No wonder readers first took Kalila and Dimna to be a mirror for princesses. So it was a story for the princesses to show them, the prince, that hey, this is how you should behave. As a field guide to wielding power, it tracked suddenly and forever steeped Arab regimes in the brew of Persian courtly culture, thus sealing a legacy for Ibn al-Muqaffa. So of course, the way these stories were, they showed you how the Arabs could also behave like the Persians, have a court culture like them, and therefore consequently putting the name of Ibn al-Muqaffa as a very famous person. So very interesting article. Do read The Tale of 2 Jackals. Kalila and Dimna, two jackals, here you are. What is the purpose of the passage? To praise animal-based stories for their multiculturalism, to introduce the idea of animal morality, to reveal the importance of animals in Islam, or to critique the concept of fables. Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to have all of you here. I hope everybody has liked the session. अरे like कर दो यार. मेरे बिना बोले क्यों नहीं लाइक कर देते हो? कर दिया करो. अर्चित गुड मॉर्निंग, अपराजिता गुड मॉर्निंग, अमन गुड मॉर्निंग, योगेश, श्रुति, गौतम, रोहित, कृष्णा, शरण्या, गिनीशा, आर्या, गौरव, पलक, निक, शिवानी, हर्ष, सोनम, सातुन, आशुतोष, गरिमा, श्रुति, प्रिया, अभिनव, एनोनिमस मिस्ट्री वर्ल्ड, गुड मॉर्निंग. Yes, Harsh Kumar, absolutely. If you will read, please understand RC stands for reading comprehension. So if you are not in the habit of reading, how are you going to get into the habit of reading comprehension? So reading is the first building block. So read as much as you can. And I'm happy to see somebody is reading this article today just now. Yes, Ashutosh, good job, my boy. Everybody please hit the like button immediately so that we can get started. All right, to critique the concept of fables, we were not critiquing it, right? We are talking of these, okay? to introduce the idea of animal morality. No, we were not introducing the idea of animal morality. To praise animal-based stories for their multiculturalism. Okay, that means the animal-based stories are to be found in many cultures. Okay, I can put a star on this. This may just be one of our answers. And to reveal the importance of animals in Islam. Well, if you look at it, the entire passage is focused about how animals are being talked about in different stories of Islam, so or Islamic origin, how they have adapted them from different places, from Indian stories, from Indian Panchatantra, and from other sources also. So there, the existence of these animal stories or animals, okay, in Islam is being talked about. So I think the better answer here, guys, should be C, to reveal the importance of animals in Islam, and I will go with C as our answer here. Okay, I know a lot of you have marked A, but we were not talking of multiculturalism being important, right? We were not praising the animal-based stories for their multiculturalism. Rather, we were saying that Islam also has a lot of importance for animals and their stories, and it forms a part of the Islamic literature also. Okay, so therefore I think C is a better choice of answer than A would be. All right, let's go to the next one. What is suggested in the passage? So people think Islam is anthropocentric, not theocentric. Islam has no animal text. Kalila and Dimna are animal stories without morals, and readers don't love fables. Very quickly. Good morning, Abhinav. All right. So which of these is suggested? Remember, suggest, infer, imply, mean. It is something that you have understood from the passage. It's not written there. So readers don't love fables. We don't know, because the love of the readers did not figure out anywhere in the passage. So I'm eliminating it. Okay, Kalila and Dimna are animal stories without morals. No, they are animal stories with morals. So this is incorrect according to the passage, right? Okay, Islam has no animal text. Of course, this is also incorrect according to the passage, right? Because the passage says that Islam has a lot of texts. People think Islam is anthropocentric, not theocentric. Now, if you look at this, we have said that there was that Sara Tilly, philosopher, writer, who says, who tells you that, hey, Islam is theocentric, not anthropocentric. And that is something that is unusual thought. So therefore, what is the usual thought? That people think Islam is anthropocentric, not theocentric, and therefore A is what is suggested in the passage. If you remember our discussion about inferencing, remember there is something called a complementary information, right? Now this is something that women do very well. So when when a woman asks her husband, आज मैं कैसी लग रही हूँ, and the husband turns around and says, आज तुम बहुत सुंदर लग रही हो. Pay attention to this. So the husband says, आज तुम बहुत सुंदर लग रही हो. So the wife immediately gets angry. She says, तुम्हारा मतलब है कि मैं कल सुंदर नहीं लग रही थी. Because the wife has picked up on the आज तुम सुंदर लग रही हो. And this is exactly what complementary information is. So when I say today, the world is in shambles, what I mean to say is that yesterday it wasn't, right? And that's your complementary information. That's something you need to pay attention to, guys. तो क्या लिखा है उससे और क्या समझ सकते हैं, वो तुम्हारा इन्फरेंस है. तो अगर कह रहे हैं इन्होंने कहा कि भैया दुनिया जो है इस्लाम एंथ्रोपोसेंट्रिक नहीं है, थियोसेंट्रिक है, यानी दुनिया समझ रही थी कि इसका उल्टा है. So yeah, so A is the correct answer, though I know, guys, you have got, a lot of you did get this right. Sometimes we can accept this as a valid understanding, because ultimately it's your understanding only, na? All right, here's the next one. What is the tone of the author? No purer or worthier than people. Animals are also no less precious. Very quickly. Is it skeptical, opinionated, ironic, or pedantic? All right, waiting for your answers, of course. No purer or worthier than people. Animals are also no less precious. Here is the writer giving you his opinion. Absolutely. It's not ironic. Irony would be when you're saying something and the opposite is happening. So when I say, hey guys, and I'm eating a lot of food and I tell you, hey guys, I am thinking of going on a diet. Now this is irony. खाते जा रहे हैं बोल रहे I'm thinking of going on a diet. That's irony. Okay. Skeptical is when you doubt the intention of something, someone. So somebody comes and says, hey, I got a gift for you, and immediately you think, hey, what is it that he's going to ask me for? That's skeptical, doubtful. When you are you're questioning the very foundation of something. And pedantic, of course, is very theoretical, guys. So that's that. All right, what is the meaning of regime? Is it rule? Is it to govern? Is it idolize? Or is it to refuel? Come on, guys. Next question पे आ चुके हैं. What is the meaning of regime? All right, very quickly. Regime. Yes, guys. Waiting. Regime is rule. Putin's regime may not be in danger. Putin's rule may not be in danger. So this is a noun. Rule can also be used as a noun. Govern can only be used as a verb. तो noun का meaning verb नहीं हो सकता है, ध्यान रहे. ये भी verb है, नहीं होगा. ये भी verb है, नहीं होगा. Pay attention, guys. You have to be very careful with your meanings also. If the word is so simple, it's not going to be like halwa, aao, khao, or jao. All right, come on, let's get your scores in, guys. Govern in the verb form means rule. There is no noun form for govern, right? While regime is a noun, so it will take a noun form of word. Rule is a noun, right? Rule can also be a verb. Okay. Mr. Modi's rule is, Yogi's rule is doing fantastically in UP. Oh. So that's how you can use Yogi is ruling. Yogi rules the world. So Yogi rules the world is verb. But Yogi's rule is doing very well. That's a noun. So I needed a noun and therefore A is the correct answer. Come on guys, let's get your scores in. अच्छा guys, by the way बता देती हूँ ये जो आज का vocab है ये 6:30 पे है. मैंने मैसेज में डाला था कि नून पे है बट नहीं, मुझे कुछ काम है घर में, सो मैंने उसको रीस्केड्यूल कर दिया है 6:30 के लिए. Okay, let's get your scores in. Fatafat. Shruti has got a 2. Shailendra has got a 2. Harsh has got a 2. Archit 1. Kyun bhai? Sharanya 3. Yogesh 2. Priya 2. Garima 3. Krishna 2. Come on guys, more scores. Come on. Jaldi batao. Everybody, I hope you have liked the session. If you haven't yet liked it, please like karo, share karo, subscribe karo और बेल आइकन को हिट करो. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Motivational 4 on 4. Gaurav 3 on 4. Abhinav 2. Ginisha 2. Garv 2. Sonam 3. Aman 3. Satun 2. All right, that's a good score, everyone. Today you have got 2 questions wrong, most of you. The regime question and I think also the first question, the purpose of the passage one. Well, that's all right. कभी ऐसा होगा, कभी वैसा होगा. दुनिया में ये सब चलता रहता है. Well, बड़े बड़े देशों में, इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ आवर फेवरेट एक्टर शाहरुख खान, बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है बच्चों। बट हाँ, एक छोटी बात सब लोग याद रखो, ये जो प्यारा सा वर्ड है अभी कैट लाइव, डू रिमेंबर दिस गाइस व्हेन यू आर टेकिंग योर सब्सक्रिप्शन टू अनअकैडमी। अभी कैट लाइव यूज करो, 10% ऑफ लो फटाफट से। नेक्स्ट सब्सक्रिप्शन व्हेन यू टेक इट अप, do use Abhi Cat Live. Thank you everyone. Hope you have a nice day. Remember, we are meeting at 3:30 for the GDPI classes, 5 p.m. for perfection batch, 6:30 for the vocab quiz, 8 p.m. for my beginners batch. Beginners, आज हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आई थिंक ग्रामर। परफेक्शन बैच आज से हम लोग ऑड वन आउट स्टार्ट करेंगे, तो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर हियर ऑन टाइम। ओके, और क्विज तो है ही। थैंक यू एवरीवन, हैव अ नाइस डे, आदियोस मेरे अमीगोस, हस्ता ला विस्ता।